delícia mística. A mãe não te deu colo. Qual foi o trauma de infância? Houve uma maldição na sua geração pra explicar.
Good morning. It snowed a lot last night and Mika loves the snow, so I'm planning to take her to the park a little bit later. But we are starting another work day, which means welcome back to another day in the life of a marketing manager. It's Friday, which means it's garbage day in our neighborhood, so I was like trying to make sure that I took out all the right bins today this morning. So I didn't really have time to film in the morning, but I made myself some coffee. I'm gonna do some journaling now, and then we'll check in and see what I need to actually get done today for work. Okay, I finished my first meeting of the day, so let's go over what I need to get done today. I'm still using my lovely papier planner. I love the layout of this. I think it works really well for me. I did also order a couple more agendas and notebooks from them, so I want to quickly show you guys. This is not sponsored. They did gift me the product. The first one is this one. It's like a leather bound notebook, and you can get customizations on all of their products. So I just got my initials in silver embossed. This one is just sort of a classic like weekly agenda that's dated. So you have year at a glance, you have some monthly layouts, and then they do also give you some goal setting layouts. So you can set goals for each month, write a overall to-do list, your top priorities, some habits you're trying to build, and then a notes section. So they have that for every month. And then, yeah, classic weekly layout. I think I'm gonna use this for content planning and just sort of use this space to write down any ideas, and that way I can sort of track my ideas and releases and stuff like that, like week by week. And then the other one, it's exact same because I love the leather bound green look. Got my initials on the bottom this time. This is just a lined notebook. So they have lined notebooks, dotted notebooks, lots of options with really nice covers. The other one I want to show you guys is this one, which I'm trying out for the first time. This is their financial journal. I thought that this cover was super, super cute. It says endless potential, and then I got my name at the very bottom. But I wanted to give this a try. The content within this notebook is quite good. So it sort of tells you, or like gives you advice on, you know, your money mindset, how you should be tracking, etc. And then you'll do a yearly review. So I'm just waiting sort of until the end of December to do that. How much I saved last year's spending. It tells you how to set realistic savings goals. And then it goes into your monthly budgets, which this is the part that I'm pretty excited to try out. But it gives you a calendar, a budget, money tracker for a couple of pages, and then yeah, goes into the next month. So just repeat that throughout the year. Okay, anywho, got a little sidetrack there. So today I really just have two tasks. One is I need to do some SEO work. It's that time of the year where we're doing our fourth or last quarterly SEO review for the year. We do use the tool Screaming Frog, and that lets us pull data on all the things that we need fixed in our website to better our Google ranking or any sort of search result ranking. So I have a bunch of blog posts that I need to update, like the title length for and the URL length for, and maybe even the content. So as I'm going through that list, it just makes it really easy for me to also insert information about our newer apps into older blog posts as well. So it is a lengthy and tedious process, but it is very necessary. I think we all get into this mindset of we need to crank out content, more content, more content.
More passion, more energy, more energy.
But actually updating some of the content that is already existing can be really beneficial for your SEO as well. So that is what we're working on. And then the other thing is I want to look into learning more about Google AdWords. I personally don't have any experience running ads through Google, so like pay-per-click or PPC ads, but we are thinking about doing more PPC work internally. So yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about that. It's always exciting building up my skills list and sort of taking on more under my belt and learning more. So I am really looking forward to doing some more research on that. I know that Google has Skillshop, and they also recently created some courses with Coursera that you can take about all the different Google services and features that Google provides for marketing purposes. So that is what we're going to look into a little bit later. But I think I'm gonna just try to work through as many SEO edits as I can for now. And when I get to that point where my brain is inevitably numbed for all the repetitive work, then I will switch over to learning mode. So I'll quickly show you guys what our SEO results look like. Well, not our SEO results, but more so like the results from Streaming Frog. Once you pull all the data, like you run the feature, you can actually export all the data. So we have stuff in here like canonicals, pagination, no index directives, response codes, etc. So right now I'm working through the very massive list. We have about 300-ish articles that need updating for the purpose of shortening the page titles to be under 60 characters. Again, lengthy and tedious process for sure. It's definitely not my favorite thing to do, but it's very, very necessary, and it's giving me good insight on which blog posts I need to be editing and which ones are so old that I'm like, does this even need to exist anymore? Slowly making my way through. I'm about halfway through this list now, so let's see how many I can get through today to try to shorten that list. I probably will just throw on a video because it's easy enough of a process that I don't really need to be giving it like my 300% attention, honestly.
진짜? 너 나랑 공통점 찾지 마. 아니 공통점 찾는 게 아니라 공통 내 걸 어떡해. 야, 너 아까부터 잠깐 사귀자 아니라.
Ooh, I just got an exciting message that our App Store and Google Play Store are ready for updates. We are doing a new release this week, so it's very, very exciting. But let me show you what I've created. So since we're doing a product update, I got to update the app screen. So this is what they all look like. I changed the color as well, but really there was just a few assets that needed to be updated. So I'm just gonna export all of these now. I created them in different sizes because we'll need one for the 6.5 screen size iPhones, the 5.5 iPads, and then I have some for Android as well. So I'm gonna export these and upload them to their relative App Store listings. And yeah, it's kind of one of the more fun things I get to work on. I do love touching anything that has to do with app releases, whether it's UX design or App Store listing design or writing the summaries for the app stores. I find it to be, I don't know, I feel like I'm like a part of the release more. I feel like in marketing, sometimes you just feel like, okay, I'm doing all these things, but it feels disjointed from the actual product and software release process, but love being a part of it. So that's what we're gonna do next.
근데 언니 좀 해봤다. 그래서 저로 가면 될 것 같아. 일단은 가봅시다. 뭐 햄버거?
Really can only go through like I went through about 50 articles. That's about my limit. My brain feels like mush just from going through these. It's just such a brainless activity that it's hard to do so much of it all at once. So anywho, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. We are going to look through Notion. It's just been a couple days since I've gone through Notion. So we're gonna go through it, comb through that, and see if I can clean anything up within Notion, just to do a bit of a reset. I do like going through Notion because it literally is sort of a reset in your life. Because we put everything into Notion, it just gives me a good idea of what still needs to be done, what I've been working on, and all of that. So that's what we're gonna do for a little bit. Okay, I tied up my hair to put some makeup on because I do want to do a little bit of filming for social media before the day ends. So the plan is I'm gonna put some makeup on and then I will do some learning and then do some filming. And I think that should get me pretty close to the end of my day. I'm really looking forward to learning more about PPC. I don't have any experience doing Google AdWords, but it's always something that I've wanted to learn, so I think this is a great opportunity and a nice little push for me to do that. I think in the past it's just not been a skill that I've been super focused on. Like, I've been really trying to hone in my creativity skills, my design skills, my writing skills, stuff that I use every day in my job currently. And then after that, I started to really work on taking myself out of the, I don't want to say grunt work, but sort of stepping back and looking more high level and learning how to think that way, because that's sort of where my career has gone. If you hear background noise, it's because I put a load of laundry in, so please ignore that if you can. But yeah, that's sort of where the majority of my efforts have gone. Early on in my career, I learned a lot about organic SEO as well, because that is sort of what the job called for. And the great thing about working is that you learn as you go. I think that's something that a lot of kind of people who are starting out in their careers forget. They're just like, oh crap, like I don't know how to do this, I shouldn't apply to this job. But companies don't just hire you based on what you already know. They will hire you if you are a quick learner, if you're somebody who can listen, if you're somebody who has the passion to work in that capacity, but also for, you know, the cause of the company. I've done so much of my career development, learning, and like gaining experience in the field just by working, and that's the best way and really the only way that you can successfully do so. Yes, you can do speculative work, you can do tons of practice on your own. The speed in which you learn will be so much slower than if you were to just like dive in and try something and try applying for a job or internship or an entry-level position, because you're just gonna go so much faster when you are required to and when your day-to-day activities and job description depends on it. So I am really looking forward to this new learning process that I'm about to enter. And it's not like I'm saying I haven't been learning in my job, because I think week after week I learn new things, but it's just an opportunity for me to learn a skill that I have been wanting to learn for a while. So that's super, super exciting for me. I was kind of scared going into my marketing career that I would be stuck doing social media forever. I love doing social media, don't get me wrong, but it's just not somewhere I see myself forever. I think it's different when you make content for yourself versus when you do it for a job. And yeah, I just didn't want to be in a place where that is all I was known for and that was all I was going to be working on moving forward. So I'm really glad to have gotten this more sort of general marketing position where I got to learn a lot, got to touch a lot. Yes, I worked a lot on social media in the beginning and sort of throughout, but it definitely has not been my main focus, which has been so nice. It's already starting to get dark outside, which is absolutely crazy. This is definitely the thing I hate about winter the most. Yes, the cold sucks, but the fact that I wake up in the dark and then long before I even finish work, it's already dark. That is by far my most hated part of the winter and yeah, just winter days in general. Makes me feel like the day is so much shorter, and like, yes, I know my day doesn't end when the sun sets, but my energy level truly changes when it gets dark. I am such a sun baby. I really thrive off of sunlight and warmth and not nighttime and cold and winter. I might even just do a little bit of filming first and then get into learning, so I'm not wasting the remainder of the daylight, which I think I only really have like 40-ish minutes of it left. Okay, voila, everyday makeup. I don't think I'm gonna even bother with highlighter. Let's just get some filming done. All right, filming of the social media videos now complete. We are on the last part of our day. So I'm gonna go probably start with Skillshop, which is Google's own online training classes for their features and services. So I have sort of explored Skillshop in the past, but never really fully dive into any of the courses. I don't think I'm gonna be able to complete a whole course or a certification today, but I definitely want to get started and just start seeing what I want or can learn about using Skillshop. And then from there, I think I can look into their specific courses that they built in partnership with Coursera. So some topics that they cover are Google Ads, Grow with Google, Google for Education, Marketing Platform Analytics, Google My Business, Ad Manager, etc, etc, etc. So specifically today we are going to learn about Google Ads. So they have the Google Ads certification, which I would love to complete that certification, but Google Ads Search Professional certification. So there's actually multiple, many certifications you can get under the Google Ads certification category. So there's the measurement certification, there's Google Ads Search Professional certification, AI-powered performance ad certification, Google Ads creative certification. Let's start with the measurement certification because that is what they call their beginner one. So when you go into there, you can see the actual assessment, which apparently takes 1.3 hours. And then it breaks down into different topics and then some courses. So the first one is determine your business goals. I guess I'll quickly go into that. Log in to launch. Okay, I think the information here is pretty self-explanatory. It really just teaches you how to clearly define your objectives. So a financial objective, strategic objectives to support your financial objective, marketing objectives to support your financial objective, and then advertising campaign objectives, which are the goals for each channel that are necessary for meeting your marketing objectives. Try to complete that short quiz and then we'll move on to the next one. Should be pretty quick.
Your business or offline conversions. Then give it a fitting name that accurately describes it, such as newsletter sign up.
All right, I'm officially done with my workday. I got a couple of pages of notes in, but so far what I've learned is just a little bit more information about the consumer journey in relation to Google Ads. So if they're in the awareness category or portion of their journey, you need to address everyone that matches your specific audience, so like age, gender, interest, behaviors. If they're in the consideration stage, you should address people who've shown interest in the advertised product or categories. If they're in the sales part of the journey, you should address all the people who've shown strong interest in the brand or product. Or if they're leads, then you need to address the people who care enough to purchase or advocate for your product. And then it dives deeper into like search terms that you should use for each part of the customer journey, what the difference between KPIs and metrics are, different metrics that you can measure per channel, and then how to find the right message for each channel. And then the last one I did was a little bit about conversion metrics or like conversion tracking within Google Ads and the discrepancies between the data in Google Analytics versus Google Ads, such as Google Ads will always attribute the conversion to the ad versus Google Analytics will attribute it potentially to the ad, but potentially to other channels as well. And there's even differences like Google Analytics will attribute the conversion date to the actual date that the user is completing the conversion event versus Google Ads will attribute the conversion date to the date that they clicked the ad, because obviously it's more focused towards ads. So all really useful information. I'm still definitely learning the basics of it, but it is a nice review, even though it's stuff that I've sort of reviewed in the past. I think it's a good refresher into how to use Google Ads and what I need to do to get started. So that is all I'm gonna do for work today. I'm going to make some dinner and probably read a little before bed. I got quite a couple of loads of laundry done today, which is a big benefit of working from home, is that you can sort of like step away from your desk and load up your washing machine in between meetings or whatever. So I'm super glad that I was able to do that today. Okay, let's go make some dinner because your girl is starving.